Welcome back to Mid-Level Media, guys, and I am here today to share with you all my 4K Blu-ray haul for the month of June. So in this video, I'm going to show off everything that I picked up physical media-wise for the month of June. So before we get started with that, though, I'm going to ask you, if you haven't yet, you see that little subscribe button down there? Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and while you're at it, why don't you hit that bell button too, and go ahead and like this video and comment down below anything that you picked up in the month of June, whether it be the new 4K, a Blu-ray. Heck, if you want to, if you picked up a DVD, put that down there as well. You know, I don't shame anybody who picks up DVDs. You know, it's all physical media, so go ahead and drop that down there below. But let's get into the pickups, guys. And the first release that I grabbed this week, and this is the one that I was super excited about for months picking up, and that is the Jaws 4K with this lenticular cover. Now, I didn't go steelbook with this one. I went the regular lenticular cover, and to be honest, I was a little disappointed because I thought it would just have like a regular top, but when you take it off, it's actually a J card, and it just has this lenticular cover, which is fine, but I would have rather had just a traditional slipcover with this. And then you turn it over, you have the girl swimming on the back. So it's a pretty cool set. I like it, but to be honest, I like the steelbook a little bit better and wish I would have got it. Now, when you take that out, you have the original, the cover with the 4K at the top and all that. But yeah, I would have rather had a slip cover. But you get this really cool Jaws booklet in there, and that's really awesome. So yeah, overall, guys, I was slightly disappointed with the Jaws 4K, but I still like it and still happy to have it in my collection. So let's go ahead and move on, guys, and we have a new Paramount Presents pickup this month, and that was Pretty in Pink. Now, this was number 6 in their new line, and they've got a couple more coming out in the month of July that I'm excited to pick up, Airplane and Ghost. But yeah, really, really happy to keep continuing to collect for these new Paramount Presents collects. I think they're really, really cool, and just the way they package them, and you open it up and you have the traditional poster. And then inside right here, you have the slipcover. It is a clear slipcase, which I'm not like too crazy about, but you know, it's all right. It's all right. We'll deal with it. All right, guys. So next up, we have Pan's Labyrinth in 4K. Now, I have not seen this movie since probably 2006, 2007, and it's the very first movie that Guillermo del Toro kind of broke out with into the mainstream. It is a Spanish movie. It has subtitles and everything for what I remember, but I really need to check this out again. And there was a sale on Amazon. This was on there for $15, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So I'm excited to finally have this in my collection because I wanted to grab it last year, but I just couldn't afford it with everything that was coming out at the time. So kind of backtracked and picked this one up. So excited to get into this one and give that a watch at some point. So that is Pan's Labyrinth in 4K. Next pickup, guys, and you know, I saw this on there for a deal, and with everything going on in the world right now, I thought it would be cool to have this in my collection, and that's Blind Spotting. And this movie, it was in my top 10 movies of 2018. I think this movie is excellent. I think it is probably the smartest, most well-written movie about race and social issues in America in 2018, 2020, whenever this movie was made, that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I know everybody holds Spike Lee up to here, as far as movies on race and stuff, but I think what the two actors in this actually wrote the film, which is David Diggs and Rafael Cazal. They wrote the film. There was a Latino director, Carlos Lopez Estrada, and what those three guys did, and just with this movie and bringing it to life, and kind of blending of comedic moments with also like really dramatic emotional moments as well. Just the way they did that almost seamlessly and made it work. This is just, to be honest, this is one of the best movies that's come out in like the past 10 years. If you have not seen Blind Spotting, I highly, highly recommend this movie. And it was on sale on Amazon for like $11.99 when I went ahead and picked it up. So definitely pick this up and give it a watch. And I believe right now it is streaming on Vudu for free. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is on there for free. So definitely check this one out, guys. It's one of the best movies I've seen in the past 10 years. And one of the most important movies. Next one up, guys, is a movie that's really none of those things I was just talking about, but it's a classic slasher film from the 80s, and it's not even my favorite in the franchise, but when I saw this steelbook and just the presentation of it, I had to get it, and that's the Friday the 13th steelbook. I love the fact that they have this original artwork on the front. and the Kill Her, Mommy, Kill Her. I've went over this a few times in other videos, so I won't spend too much time on it because I did an unboxing. I mentioned it in my top 10 steelbooks of all time, which you guys can check out if you haven't yet. And yeah, so it's a great slasher movie from the 80s, a really cool steelbook. So let's get into my next pickup, guys. So I did hit up a Half Price Books, and for those of y'all that aren't familiar with Half Price Books, it's traditionally a bookstore, but they also sell Blu-rays and DVDs at a discounted price. They have some really great deals on Blu-rays and DVDs, so it's kind of a thrift store. But you can get Blu-rays there for like $2, $3, $4, and some of them you can get slipcovers with, and I did in this haul, which is pretty cool. So the first one I grabbed, and I grabbed this one for only $4, but that's Interview with a Vampire, and this is just a classic movie. I remember loving this movie when I was a kid. I watched it all the time. I read the book. I love the book. I love the Anne Rice novels. I read, I think, all six of the Vampire Chronicles that Anne Rice did. But this is a great movie, great cast: Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Antonio Banderas, like Kirsten Dunst. This is a stellar cast. And the movie came out in 1994, so I need to go back and rewatch this because it's literally been probably 15 years since I've seen it. But got that for $4. That was pretty cool. Another movie I got for $4 with the slipcover is Trainwreck. So Judd Apatow's movie starring Amy Schumer, Bill Hader. I did get a chance to check this out. I went ahead and rewatched it after I saw The King of Staten Island, just because I was in the mood to watch Apatow films. And the movie surprisingly held up better than I remembered. I actually really enjoyed it. So yeah, I mean, my return visit to that one was pretty cool. So I do recommend Trainwreck. It's a good comedy. It's a good modern comedy. We don't get a lot of those anymore. Another really good comedy, guys, is Bad Words. Director Jason Bateman also starred in this. This is a really fun, underrated, kind of dark comedy from, I believe, 2016. But yeah, this is a really fun movie, and I need to go back and rewatch it because I remember really loving it when it came out. So yeah, Jason Bateman's kind of hot right now with Ozark, so check out Bad Words if you haven't. Another one, guys, and I'm not exactly sure why I grabbed this, but it was only $2, and it was a Blu-ray with the slipcover. I grabbed The Hunger Games, and I actually do like the first Hunger Games pretty okay. Now, I watched the sequel, didn't like that as much, and I didn't even see the last two, but I thought this would be pretty cool to get in my collection for $2 with a slipcover. Not a bad pickup. Next one up, guys, and I was really excited to find this. We have Atomic Blonde, and this is kind of like a companion piece to John Wick, kind of a female-led version of John Wick. And the movie is directed by David Leitch, who also was involved in John Wick as well, so you can see those similarities within the movie. But it really is kind of different, just tonally. And this, yeah, I mean, I like this movie. I vaguely remember it. I know I saw it back in 2017, but it did have good action. And Charlize Theron is a badass in it. So I went ahead and grabbed it. Plus, the cover is fucking dope as hell. So I went ahead and grabbed that. Next one up, guys, is an action classic from the 80s that I haven't seen yet, and that is Rambo First Blood Part 2. So shouldn't it really be called Second Blood? Don't you think it should be called Second Blood? But yeah, I haven't seen this yet, but I found it at Walmart for $5, and Rambo 3 and Rambo were also $5 there. I thought about picking those up as well, but I haven't yet, so I'll probably go back and grab them at some point. Next one up, guys, is another 4K, and that is Gladiator on 4K. So the Ridley Scott classic starring Russell Crowe. And yeah, I have not seen this movie probably since 2000, so I'm excited to go back and watch this in 4K. And it had a deal on Amazon. Not sure if it still does, but it was only $15 on there. So yeah, I was happy to pick this up and not the Steelbook version that they have at Best Buy because that's going for $25. But yeah, for $15 in 4K Gladiator, happy to pick that up. Plus, that cover's pretty freaking awesome. Next up, guys, is a couple of random Amazon orders. They were only $5 on there, but I had to get this one in my collection because I love this movie. It's like one of my childhood favorites, and that is Who Framed Roger Rabbit from director Robert Zemeckis, who also directed the Back to the Future trilogy. And yeah, if you have not seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like, it is so much more than just like an animated live action mishmash. It's not really a kid's movie. It is, and I watched it a lot when I was a kid, but it's also a really good noir film. It's a detective film, suspenseful, action-packed, just everything in one. I mean, I freaking love this movie. Like, this is one of my all-time favorites, so definitely check out Who Framed Roger Rabbit if you haven't. This is the 25th anniversary, so I think this probably came out in like 2014 or something, but it was only $5 on Amazon, so I grabbed it. Another one, guys, a movie from 2018, a Paul Feig film that is A Simple Favor. I really like this movie. I remember I saw this movie on my birthday, actually. I made my wife do a double feature with Hellfest and this right after. And it was one of my best birthdays I've ever had. I just loved going to the theater and getting to do a double feature on my birthday. It was pretty awesome. And this is one of the movies, so I'll always kind of remember this one kind of fondly. It's a fun movie. It falls apart a little bit at the end. It's kind of a mess. But I mean, the first hour and a half is pretty compelling and suspenseful, and it's kind of like a comedy, drama, thriller, all in the one. But Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively are both really great in it, and I watched it recently again on Amazon Prime or Hulu or whatever a few months back, and it's still held up. So it's a good movie if you haven't seen it. Simple favor, recommend it for sure. All right, guys, so we're down to the last two, and I grabbed this one a couple days ago because it was on Amazon, not cheap, but less than it was. And nothing really has come out in the past week or so, so I went ahead and grabbed it, and that's Suspiria on 4K. Classic Dario Argento film from 1978. So this movie looks great in Blu-ray. I can't wait to watch it and see what it looks like in 4K. Plus, it has a bunch of special features in there as well. So cannot wait to check those out. So, all right, guys. So the next one up, and I just got this one in the mail yesterday, and that is a Criterion Collection. Come and see. And this is from 1985. It's a Soviet film about World War II. I imagine I don't know a whole lot about this movie, but I really love the cover of it, and I'm trying to boost my Criterion collection a little bit. So I've heard a lot of amazing things about this movie. So I can't wait to check it out. From everything I've heard, it's one of the best movies ever made. And a lot of people say that about a lot of different movies, but yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out Come and See for sure. All right, guys, so my last pickup for the month of June is the big one. It's the Motherlode. It is the 6-film Columbia Classics Collection. And I'm not going to pull everything out that's in this box because I have already done an unboxing video of this on my channel, which you can backtrack and check out. But, well, who cares? Yeah, let's go ahead and just show you all the individual stuff because I like showing them off. So yeah, let's show you all these individually real quick. So we do have Lawrence of Arabia. We have Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. We have Gandhi. We have Dr. Strangelove. And we have Jerry Maguire. And we have A League of Their Own. So yeah, one of the biggest kind of things that sealed the deal on me picking this up, plus just a fantastic presentation on it, is the fact that every single one of these had their own slipcovers. So that sealed the deal for me, and their own cases and all that stuff. So that's pretty awesome. Probably one of the coolest sets I've ever bought. So yeah, if you're interested in picking up this Columbia Classics collection, you can check out my unboxing. I go a little bit more in depth with it, just back in my archives under my unboxing tab or list in my website. So definitely check that out. But that does it, guys, for my pickups for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more great content like this. Go ahead and like this video and comment down below, and we'll see you next time.